Hello everyone, how are you? فيديو جزئية إن شاء الله اللي هي listening and speaking skill. راح نتكلم عن السفر للخارج. راح نتكلم عن إيجابيات السفر للخارج وسلبياته. So what is good about traveling or going abroad and what isn't so good about it, okay? So let's start with what is good about traveling abroad. إيش المميزات اللي ممكن نحصل عليها لما نسافر للخارج؟ إيش الإيجابيات للسفر للخارج؟ So ناخذ examples. For example, what is good about traveling abroad or going abroad that it is exciting. It's exciting. To travel abroad is exciting, okay? And also we are going to say, for example, you can see new places. طبعا new لها two pronunciation, okay? النطق حيكون عندنا new هذه American accent, new اللي هي British accent. So you can see new places. ممكن نشوف أماكن جديدة. You can meet new people. راح نتعرف على ناس جديدة. You can learn a new language. ممكن نتعرف كمان على لغة جديدة. You can try new food. راح نجرب طعام اللي هي أصناف غير اللي احنا متعودين عليها. For example في الشرق الأوسط. أو ممكن حتى your country, okay? السفر للخارج أي سفر لدولة غير دولتك، أوكي؟ تعتبر سفر للخارج. You can also do different things. نقدر نسوي أشياء كثيرة، أوكي؟ مختلفة لما نسافر للخارج. What's not so good about traveling abroad؟ من سلبيات السفر للخارج perhaps you don't speak the language. احتمال كبير إنه you don't speak the language. هذه تعتبر مشكلة، أوكي؟ مثلا لو سافرنا للهند اللغة الأساسية هناك الهندية، أوكي؟ So حتى لو نعرف كم كلمة، أوكي، لكن ما حنقدر نتواصل. لكن اللغة الإنجليزية طبعا أكيد لغة عالمية، وهذا أحلى شيء في اللغة العالمية إنها أي مكان نسافر أي حد نتواصل معه نقدر نتواصل. So everything is strange. هيكون كل شيء غريب علينا. من عادات، من ثقافات، من أكل، حتى الأماكن، الطبيعة كلها رح تتغير. الويذر حتى الجو. The food is different. الأكل مختلف. في ناس تتحسس من الأكل لما يسافروا برا. في ناس تمرض من الأكل. You can get ill, okay? You aren't at home with your parents اللي هي الهوم سيكنس. الهوم سيكنس اللي هو الاشتياق للوطن. الحنين للوطن، okay؟ لما يسافروا في الغربة يحنوا لأهلهم. Okay, so you aren't at home with your parents, with your sisters, brothers, family. You don't make new friends. Okay, you don't make new friends. ممكن. Okay, أنا ضد الفكرة. أنا أشوف إنه you can make friends anywhere. بس إنه ممكن صعب شوي إنه نكون صداقات خاصة لو كانت سفرة قصيرة. Okay, ممكن تضيفوا برضو. هذه مجرد أمثلة. طيب. You are going to hear two people talking about the first time they went abroad. رح نسمع لشخصين يتكلموا عن سفرهم للخارج. Okay. Put the words of the interviewer's question in A. طبعا هنا you are going to make questions and hear the answers. الانترفيور اوكي اللي هو الشخص اللي يسأل الأسئلة في المقابلة. Okay, you're going to put the questions in order, in the right order. So انتم شايفينها هنا ملخبطة. رح نرتب تكوين السؤال. Write in an answer from B وبعدين رح نجاوب عليه من الجزء الثاني اللي هو column B. Okay. وأعطاكم هي هنا. So number one عندنا هنا question لو حنرتبه حيكون how old were you? Okay, how old were you? The answer will be I was 8. هذا اللي يناسب question number one. طيب كيف طريقة ترتيب الأسئلة؟ بالنسبة لل question words، السؤال اللي يبدأ بكلمة استفهامية دائما نبدأ بكلمة استفهامية زي مين عندنا؟ what, when, where, how. طبعا how تقدر تقول how old, how big, how far, how what time, okay, why, which. نبدأ بال question word، بعدين بالhelping verb. ممكن يكون أنا عندي helping verb اللي هو ال verb to be سواء كان في present أو في past is, are, am ولا was, were. وممكن يكون الauxiliary زي عندنا did في past و do does في present. بعدين subject وبعدين verb لو عندنا verb في الجملة. طبعا هنا عندنا verb to be ما عندنا verb، إلا لو كان في present continuous أو past continuous هيكون ing. طبعا verb دائما يكون مع do و does و did في المصدر. والquestion word أو question don't forget the question mark at the end of the question. okay. الأغلب إنه هي بادية ب question words، ما عدا يمكن number 8 ماني شايفة question word، شايفة إنه حيكون yes no question. نفس الترتيب حيكون yes no question، اللهم إنه حنبدأ ب helping verb أو auxiliary verb. هي يا إما نبدأ ب is she, is he, are you, are they, am I، أو حنبدأ ب do you, do they, does she, does he, did you. okay. So question number 1 is going to be like this. How old were you? طبعا British were or American were. I was 8. Where did you go? Where did you go to? To France. Who did you go with? With my family. How did you travel? By plane. How long did the journey take? About 4 hours. Where did you stay? In a hotel. What did you do? We traveled around. Did you enjoy it? Yes, it was great. هذه كانت بالنسبة للأنسرز لquestion number 2. المطلوب عندنا في question number 3 بناء على exercise number 2 you are going to listen and check. You are going to write the extra comments that B makes. Okay. مثلا في number 1 الأنسر كانت لquestion how old were you? I was 8. Okay, حلو. Now you are going to add more comments. حنضيف تعليق زيادة. Okay, extra information. الحلو إنه لما الواحد يكون قاعد يجري محادثة إنه ما يرد على قد السؤال، إنه يعطي تفاصيل أكتر. كل ما أنا قاعدة أطول في المحادثة وأعطي تفاصيل أكتر هذا لي أنا مستمتع في الحوار. لكن سؤال ورد غطاء هذا لي أنا أبغى أخلص المحادثة دي بسرعة وطفشانة ملانة أو ما هو عاجبني الحوار أو ما أبغى أكمل مع الشخص اللي قاعد أتكلم معه، فيعطي انطباع سلبي. لكن كل ما أعطينا تفاصيل أكتر عن الموضوع اللي إحنا قاعدين نجاوب فيه أو نتكلم عنه هذا إحنا مستمتعين في المحادثة أو الحوار. So here you are going to add more comments. I would like you to listen.
Tape script 8.6. 1.
How old were you when you first went abroad?
I was 8. I was very excited.
2.
Where did you go to?
To France. My parents had friends there.
3.
Who did you go with?
My family and my grandparents.
4.
How did you travel?
By plane. It was really exciting.
5.
How long did the journey take?
About 4 hours. It wasn't long, but I was tired.
6.
Where did you stay?
In a hotel. It was really comfortable.
7.
What did you do?
We travelled around and visited friends.
8.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes, it was great. I had a fantastic time.
Okay, check your answer please. So اللي بالغامق حيكون extra information اللي هي more comments. Number 4, listen to Peter and Ismina talking about the first time they went abroad. Answer questions 1 to 8 in exercise number 2 for each of them. رح نسمع لي بيتر and ياسمينة عن رحلتهم للخارج لأول مرة يسافروا فيها للخارج. بناء على الحوار أو اللي رح نسمعه رح نرتب ال questions وال answers زي ما سوينا في exercise number 2. So listen carefully please.
Tape script 8.7.
How old were you when you first went abroad?
I was 14. Quite old, really.
Where did you go to?
I went to Hungary, to a small town 50 miles from Budapest.
Who did you go with?
Well, it was a school exchange, so I went with other students and teachers from school.
How did you travel?
By train and boat, then train again. We didn't fly because that was too expensive.
How long did the journey take?
Ages. About 14 hours. We left England at 6 in the morning and we arrived at 8 in the evening.
Where did you stay?
Well, with a Hungarian family. They were there at the station when we arrived, and it was very difficult because I didn't speak Hungarian and they didn't speak any English, so we couldn't say much.
What happened then?
We drove back to their house, and there were about 40 friends and relatives to meet me. I wanted to go to bed because I was so tired, but we all sat down for dinner. The meal didn't finish until midnight.
What did you do in Hungary?
Well, I lived with a family, and they were really nice. I really liked my exchange student, Joseph. He was 15. We played football and visited his friends. And his parents took me to the zoo. We had lots of picnics. The weather was lovely.
Did you enjoy it?
I had a wonderful time. Joseph's parents were really friendly, especially his mother. And I loved Hungarian food.
How old were you when you first went abroad?
I was 10.
And where did you go to? Can you remember?
Oh, yes. Of course I can. I went to England to visit my uncle who lives in West London.
And who did you go with?
My father, mother, and 2 brothers. One of my brothers was just a baby.
How did you travel? By plane, I suppose.
Yes, we flew into Heathrow Airport, but when we arrived, there was a problem. We couldn't find my uncle and aunt because our plane was late. We looked everywhere and waited and waited. Then, after an hour, we found them.
So how long did the journey take?
Well, it was about 9 or 10 hours.
Where did you stay?
In my uncle's house in Acton. When we arrived, there was a party for all our relatives and Egyptian friends. We had lots of Egyptian food and mint tea. I remember I didn't go to bed until 10 o'clock.
What did you do in England?
Well, my uncle has 3 children, so I played with my cousins. We visited a lot of places in London. Buckingham Palace, the London Eye. But it was very cold. It was March, so the weather wasn't very good.
Did you enjoy it?
Oh, yes, it was fantastic. London is enormous. There is so much to see and do. I loved it.
So now check your answer, please. So that about Peter, and this is about Ismina. We are going to answer the same questions. So we'll stop here and see you next page. Bye-bye.